Hello guys, I am Erdem. I hope you are doing well in your houses and safe. And today we're going to learn about Adolo. I'm going to teach you how to make a good desktop app. From the start, we're just going to make a journal app for this video, but we're going to make a series. So after you finish all of the episodes, I think you're going to be a pro, and so you will be able to make anything you want from Adolo. All right, so. Uh, Please listen to me carefully, and I will be doing this for 20 minutes, like close to 20 minutes, or just a little bit more than 20 minutes. I don't know. It's going to be decided in the end of the video, but so it's not going to take a lot of your time. Just give all you got to hear because there's going to be a lot of important stuff, especially in this video. So we're going to choose, yeah, if you opened Adolo and give your Gmail and everything, you're just going to say create, and in here it's going to ask you what kind of app you want to make. For now, we are not going to make a native mobile app for this video, but in the future, if you want it, I'm going to make this one too. But mostly I'm better and I know how to make desktop web apps, so I have to learn this one. But still, if you want it, I will learn it and I will teach you too. But in here today, we're going to do this one. So after you choose the desktop web app, you're just going to say next, and in here there's going to be a good amount of templates you can choose from. It's going to be like chat, ordering, coaching, directory, and everything. But we do not want any of these, so we're going to make a journal app. So it is better that it's blank. But if you want to make like an I don't know coaching app, you can choose this one. It's going to be easier for you to get started on that one. So yeah, now, if we choose that, we're going to see another page, the last page before you start making the app. It's going to ask you what you want the name of the app will be. And to be honest, it doesn't really matter because in the settings part, you can just change it whenever you want. But I'm going to choose journal because we're going to make a journal app today. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I wrongly, but yeah. After that, we're going to have two choices. It's primary color and secondary color. It is not amazingly important as the name part. You can just uh, choose it while you're making the app in the branding part, which I'm going to show you in this video. So I'm just going to choose. I don't know what to choose it like. I don't know. A purple would be nice, I guess, and a blue. I really have no idea what to do here. Like, yeah, this is cool. So it's going to pop up more, but yeah. So there's advanced version, but I don't think you need that. You will be needing that. I don't use that to be honest. Yeah. Now it is finally open. Let's close this one for now. Yeah, yeah, it looks disgusting. Yeah, I wasn't waiting that to be this disgusting. Now, before we start, I want to tell you how to move around. You can just use your mouse pad or your trackpad if you want to call it that way. So you can just do it with your two fingers, scroll like this or up and down. But if you're just using a desktop, you can just use Control and scroll to get it like a zoom out or zoom in, so it's going to be easier that way, and you can just use a space button and just move around with your mouse to see everything. So yeah, it's like this, and yeah, you can just move up and down like this, scrolling. So okay, if you know how to control the basics of it, because there's not a lot to teach from in here. So I'm going to teach you the tools, and after that, we're going to get started on the journal app, but we're going to finish it in the next episode. But yeah, let's get this started. First of all, we have this part which says profile. Sorry, guys. And in here it says profile, and profile is setting button, help and documentation, and sign out. You don't always, you don't really use this ones while you're making the app, but they're there. And here there's a share button. We don't want to do it right now. We don't want to share it. And here preview is actually a really important part. Preview is used for let's give an example, like you make progress on your app and you want to make sure if it works or not, so you're just going to press the preview button, which will give you page that you can preview your app like a user. But in here, sorry for the internet guide, so it doesn't open really fast, but in the future, in the future of making the app, we're going to use that in this episode. So in here you can just go through your projects and everything. Yeah, like I'm making a workflow app. I talked about it in my first video. So if I just want to go to that app, I can just click it from here and just move around. And that's one of the best things I love about Adolo. It's really simple. You can just click here and click here. You're in the other app. So it's really fast, really simple to use. So I really love those things. So in the top, there is not a lot of things to choose from, and these were all just Adolo logo in here, but well, you cannot use that. So there is site tools, which is the most important part for making the app. So there is like three, six, seven tools you can use from in here. Let's just start from the bottom. In here it says this is the analytics part, but I cannot use it. Sorry, sorry guys. Yeah, this is the analytics part, but we don't use it right now because we haven't published the app yet, so there is no users using this. No, we can see anything. But when you publish the app, it's going to be really important and good to have. And here there's a publish part. Publish when you want to publish it. It's asked like what's going to publish it way, like if you want to buy a domain or just use the pre-version one. So okay, these are it. And this settings part, you can just change your app's name in here. And after that, there's a short description. We don't need that, but just like write a journal app. Yeah, that's the description, I guess. A journal app. Yep, journalish app. Journal app. Yes. So in here, there's an app icon. You can just choose an image from here. You can just do this. Yeah. Okay, we can do that, but it has like special size and everything. We can just do them from here. There's display settings, there is app access, and there is copy and delete. You can just delete your app from here and just copy it. That's kind of it. And here there's a database, which is, I think, the most important and the most complicated part. Really, it took me like 3 whole weeks just to understand how it works. Even still, it's been like 3 or 4 months for like using it really constantly and working. Still, not totally sure how this works. I know how to use it, but sometimes even I still get not sure about what I'm doing. So for now, it's going to be a hard part to learn. So I'm not going to uh, tell to you right now. We're going to learn it while making the app because it's a really action part to learn because there's just these buttons and everything. It's hard to understand from just looking at it. Okay, so in here there's screens. I don't really use the screens part, but it basically is a part that you can just choose like a home button. We have the phone, right? So in here, just you can just click the phone and you can see your components in your phone app, like the app bar, which is this one. You can just edit it from here, but I don't know. It's really easy to just click it here. It's the same thing. So I don't really use it, but it is there if you want to use it. And in branding part, finally I can change this disgusting color to green. Oh, green is worse. It's like, and this is pretty cool. You can just make your primary colors and secondary colors. You can just change them. As you remember, while making the app, it asked that the primary and secondary color. Oh, you can just change them in here. And I talked really fast, so I have to drink water. Sorry, guys. And back now. So in here there's just two parts. I really don't like how this looks, so I'm going to change it again. Just going to make it. What can I make it? It looks okay. Like I think the gray will be a lot better. Like a green gray. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. That's just blue white. Yeah, we cannot see them though. So we're just going to make them black. Yeah, it looks pretty bad still, but yeah, I'm giving up on that. But you can choose whatever you want in here by in the journal app as well. So, okay, we have come to the last one, and this is a really important one too, because this is where you add anything, everything basically to your pages. Now, let's just give an example. Let's just do this, yeah. And after that, you can just like click your button and add a button that we will use in the future, but we don't use that right now. So yeah, it's a really important part. This is where everything is everything, I guess. Yeah. So before I think we have done everything. So I think this is it. It's all the tools you will be needing to make an app. But in the down part, there's just another like tools part, but there's not a lot of things. Just say like free trial and upgrade now buttons and everything, and just every announcements, new things about Adolo. You can just look at them from here, but I don't really look at them, so I just like messages over there, but I can check them in the future. So yeah, there's a help center. This is not amazingly important, but you can use them. I'm talking really fast, sorry guys. So now let's get started on that. Actually, before we starting, if you want to make a specific, if you want to watch a specific tutorial like the one I make here, it's a little bit complicated, but you can just say like, I want to learn how to make a to-do list. I want to see a to-do list tutorial here in this channel. I can just make it for you. It would just take me a week to make it. So don't worry. If you ever want to want to see a specific tutorial, I can just give you. But for in this series, we are not going to be making tutorials. We're going to be learning how to use a download in like 10 episodes, 5 episodes. Actually, it's a really short one, but you're going to learn how to use it really, really goodly. So okay, so let's get started on the app. So now let's be focused and let's get things done. So I think what we are going to be needing is a button for in start. So yeah, you can just put it wherever you want in the home page though. So I think this place is pretty cool, and you can just click the button, and now we're going to make some good stuff. Now it's like you can choose whatever you want to do with it, and I think contain button would be better, but a text button is good too. But I'm going to be going with normal contain button, which is easier to see because our my at least my template is a little harder to see when you say like outline button. So we're just going to go with my voice got down. I'm just going to go with a contain button. After that, there's a text. You can choose what you want to text here, and I think our text will be for this one is add a journal entry. Entry. So what this means is we just when we click this button, we want this button to link us to another page to write our journal entries because there's no way to write our journal entries right now. So why can't I get it? Okay. Now in here, just click it. Now we have done and we should have done that. So just Control Z. It's here. So you can just Control in here too, or Control X and Control Z, Control C, Control V, and everything. You can just use any one if you want. So okay, add a journal. In here, we have done the like template, the branding part looks pretty cool to me at least. So now we can actually change the rounding. It would be really good, yeah. Isn't it? Yes, it looks good. Okay, let's put it here again. Now you can just choose your primary color from here, but I don't think we need that, so it's cool. There's shadows and uppercase if you want more detail, but I think it looks cool right now. So let's get to the important part. We have the actions part. This is the part you have to be really familiar with because you're going to be using this a lot, constantly using. So okay, we're going to click add an action and say link, which is this one, and we're going to say a link to a new screen. So and you're going to be seeing this thing in here, so we're just going to be choosing what's the name of this thing is going to be, and I think it is add journal entry. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. When actually add a journal, just journal entry is pretty cool. So after that, we're just going to have simple button, and just there's a lot more in here, but we're not going to be using them today. We're just going to be this is easy to use now. We're not going to be choosing blank screen. We could be using app bar, which is better, which I think is the best one. So because it already has like an app bar in here, it's good. That's good. So you're going to say create screen, and after that, we have a screen. There's a journal entry on it and everything. It looks pretty cool. Now, after that, this guy now was a job to do. Now, just say preview and just give me a second to, open it. Up now we just in here, and after this, as you remember, just click the preview button, and after that, we have this part. I forgot to tell you guys, but this is a pre-installed one. You just don't have to do it. So in here, there's already have an account and sign up part. We don't have an account right now, so we're just going to say sign up, and mine's already pre-installed. And I'm going to say Erdem. It's going to write my name. It's cool, and after that, says sign up, and we wait because my internet is disgusting. So you can just open it by your own. Hope it is open now. So now we're just going to say we just go down and say add a journal entry. We have a page now. It's an amazing accomplishment. We have a page. Okay, let's not get too serious about it. Now, in here there is nothing, but we can just go to the this part. So it's a really cool thing. So good job, guys, if you just come to here and if you've done it. Now, after that, we have more important things to do now. We want this to be able to write something, right? So and write something and save this thing so we can see it in the in later. So we're just going to do them today, and after that, next episode we're going to do other things as well. So let's just go to the journal part now, guys. We just come back to here, and now we can just see the app. So now, as I said like a second ago, we're going to be making we're going to be make users be able to write in here. So we're just going to click the plus button and go down, and in here it writes forms and fields, which you can just click in here and just say text input, put them here. And after that, we're just going to make this big line. Yeah, this is cool. Now, this is a place that where users can write, but this has a lot more important things to do. Now, when we did this, we're just going while we when we did this, we will just make a user to write just in this line, and we don't want that. We just want them to write like naturally. So in here, we're just going to say edit styles and say autofocus. No, wait, sorry, autofocus. You have to do that. For me, it's an important thing, but you can just do this. It doesn't matter, but yeah, we're just going to choose multi-line, which will make this just go up, and which means we're just going to write multi-line, so it's good. You can add rounding, but when we add rounding, we cannot see the ones in here, so I don't want to add rounding. It is not that important. And after that, I think it is done here. We don't have to do anything more than that. Now, yeah, I'm just going to say, oh yeah, now we have done it. It's just a placeholder. We can just write yeah, and other text like and just anything here. So yeah, but it is done now. And now a user can just write anything he or she wants in here, but we still cannot save it, so we cannot just see this in the future. So we're going to add, we have to add another button. So by the way, it's not your only choice to add a button. There is like a lot, not a lot, but there is like three choices on the button. Like you can just toggle action button, but I think the best one will be the button. So yeah, but I'm going to make this the text button or outline button. This is the best, yeah. And we're just going to choose a primer a little bit blacker, not this black, but a little bit. Yeah, this is pretty cool. And now it is kind of okay. Now after this, we're just going to change its name. We're just going to make it. Oh, sorry. We're just going to make it save. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Now after that, I'm just going to change the icon of this by clicking here, and I'm going to write checklist. Checklist. Open here. We're just going to choose this, which will take people to understand this essay button for this. I don't know, it looks cool. So after that, we're going to add an action name. Before we do that, you can just add a rounding to YouTube, but I don't think we have to add this. So after that, we're going to say add an action. First, what do you want this to be? What do we want this to be doing? Hmm? There is no way for you to answer that for your starter, don't worry. But we want this action to be we want this action to do is save this one. But the robot, or I don't know what you call it, but yeah, the robot doesn't know what to save off right now. So we're just going to add a database. Now let's get started on the big and the hard things. So in here, we're just going to choose add a collection. And in here, we are going to be writing, what should we write? We're just going to be writing journal entry. This is a journal entry. Journal entry. So, okay, we're just going to say add. You can just name this whatever you want. You can just like blah blah. It is not really important. So after that, we're just going to click the name and we're going to change this to body, yes. And after that, it's a journal entry, but we just don't know what users and what the journal entry is the relationship now. So we're going to add a relationship. We're just going to say add a property. And after that, the internet is really bad, so we cannot see the icons, but what we're going to be adding is a relationship, as I said. So this is a relationship with users. So we're going to say this. Now we have a little bit more complicated part, but don't worry, you're going to get over this. You're just going to be calm with it now. So there's three choices in here. First of all, a user can have multiple journal entries. A journal entry belongs to one user. This is what we want because we want users to have multiple journal entries, how much they want it, but we want journal entries to belong to one user because if journal entries has more users, it's going to be a problem because users can see people's journal entries. We don't want that. We want a user to see all journal entries they have written. So we don't want this either because it's going to be really complicated. So we don't want this. But if you want to try them out, you can just try them out in another project. And we can actually use them in another project if you want to understand them even betterly. But for now, we're going to choose this one, the one that's up the top. So we're going to say done. And after that, we can just change its name, but it's not really important. I'm just going to say user. It's pretty, user, yes, it's pretty good now. Now, I'm just going to say save. Don't forget to say save. So if you do not do that, do that. If you do not do that, it's not going to be saved. So it's going to be a really big problem for you. You just have to do it again and everything. Now, guys, I have to go somewhere again. Sorry. Now, in here, we're just going to press the button. Just go zoom in and press it, but you can just do here, just do this one too. Now, we're going to do one of the most important things. As I said, we're just going to create a journal entry. Now, after we say create a journal entry, we're going to say body login user form inputs input. Now, after that, we're going to say done, and you're just going to click here, and after that, we have a save button. Now, what this do is this saves the page and that's just it. But we want this to go back to the home page. So we're just going to say go back. And after that, transition auto in here. So there's nothing you can choose. And after that, it's just going to say preview. Let's say preview and wait for a year. So let me just wait. Now, guys, it is opened. Now we're just going to see it. We're just going to say add a journal entry and we're going to write Erdem is so cool. Slash handsome. Yeah, after we wrote that, we if we did this button correctly, it's going to link us to the home page, link us back, and after that, it is going to create a journal entry. So let's click it. Oh, yes, it has been done. But still, we cannot see our journal entries. We cannot see them. So we need a simple list. Uh, so we can talk about lists now because actually it's been like 25 minutes already, so I don't want to take your time a lot. And next week we're going to make another episode for it. Now I'm just gonna give you something like a homework. You don't have to do it. Just I think it's good for you to do it. you can just go. I mean, wait a second. Let's just go there. It'll be easier for you. So yeah, now it is here. So you can just, as we saw it like a second ago, we cannot see our journal entries. So if you have time for like in this week, if you ever have some time, you can just show me how to do it. Though you can just do this. Just add a simple list, and if you have time, you can just try to figure them out yourself and make your own custom list. It is not that hard, but without permission, it could be a little hard. So if you can't do it, don't worry. I wouldn't be able to do it. It's just if you want to do it, if you want to try it out, you can. So if you want to, I would really encourage you to try that out. And other than that, for the next week, you can just get familiar with the tools. You can do whatever you want. There's a lot of things, as I said. You can just uh, look at these stuff. You can just add them, delete them, do whatever you want. But next week, when I come, we're going to be a little faster, of course, but we're going to be finishing this app. And actually, if you want to do it, we can help you to be in the premium version as well after that video. So we're going to be finishing this app next week. So get ready for that. I hope you learned something. Sorry for this video, like quality and everything. I'm still learning to edit and everything, but thank you for coming this long with me. So see you next week.